Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Premiere Pro tutorial. Wait. This video is not about Premiere Pro tutorial or After Effects tutorial. Actually, this video is not about any software related tips or tricks. This video is all about you. It's all about you as a filmmaker or as a video creator. In this video, we will take a look at how you can start your career as a filmmaker or as a video creator. So let's get started. When we think about the filmmaking, the common question is raised at how to start, where we can start, and what are the scope of filmmaking, and how we will keep going on track and have lots of questions about this. So we have broken down some steps that you can start with in your filmmaking career from starting. How you can start? So take out your weapon. Oops, not weapon. Just take your smartphone and then start filming some raw footage. That's the first step you should take. You don't have to have fancy gear like camera, gimbal, or any other step to start. Because filmmaking is not about fancy stuff. It's all about telling a meaningful story to your audience and connect with your audience. Do something awesome things and that's it. So don't think about anything else. Just start filming some stuff. Show that particular video to your friends and family and get their reviews. And then try to correct your techniques.
You know, every time I see kids who say, well, you know, how am I going to make my movie unless I can, you know, get Hollywood to pay for it? It's like, get an iPad. Yeah. Like, you don't have an iPad, your parents don't have an iPad? Like, someone you know has an iPad. Like, go make your movie. You know, you can write on it, you can email that script around to your friends, you can get them all to show up at the same place, you can film with it, you can edit with it. There's no excuse.
After that, what's the next step? Which is refine your skill. It means learning filmmaking techniques like camera movement, about the basics of camera like what is ISO, what is aperture, what is shutter speed, or any other stuff. It will really help you. After that, you can purchase a DSLR who fits in your budget. Because you have to learn about all the camera basics first. And why you should purchase a DSLR? Because DSLR provides you more flexibility than SLR. After working on your skills so hard, you can upgrade your camera gear too. But in the first, you should start from small and then build blocks to reach on the top. Now we have decided how to start filmmaking and how to refine the skill. And next question is coming up in our mind that where you should start learning filmmaking. So you have three options. The first option is simply learn from internet. Start typing on Google how to learn filmmaking from scratch. And you have lots of research on internet to learn new skills. But wait, you don't have to rely on the internet. You should learn some basics of filmmaking. After that, you can approach the professional ones in the filmmaking industry. They will teach you what they have learned about filmmaking and how the filmmaking industry works. And the last option is to simply go to any film school nearby and learn from them. If we suggest where you should learn these skills, so you should definitely approach the professional ones if they have enough time to teach you whatever on the internet, on whatever with the help of internet, on Zoom call, or learn physically something else. Trust me, it will definitely help you to start your career as a filmmaker. So learn from any professional ones in the filmmaking industry. So these are some basic steps on how you can start learning filmmaking from scratch and start your journey as a filmmaker or as a video creator. Before we wrap up the video, watch this video.
It was 6 years ago that I was just leaving Portland. I had been born and raised here, and I was taken off to LA to go live there. And it was, scary to be a young, just graduated from high school kid planning on taking over the film world, and I was just planning on going out to be a film student in Los Angeles at that time. And if you were to come up and ask me, what do you think you're going to be doing when you graduate film school, I would have, of course, said, well, I'm going to be in Hollywood making feature films for the big screen. My name up in lights and working alongside my favorite director, Spielberg here. Of course that was going to happen. But actually, fast forward to today, and I'm actually making short videos out of my garage for this, the small screen and the internet. And this is one of the tools that has changed my life among a couple others. See, what actually happened was I didn't get into film school like I expected. I ended up having a year at university while I was waiting to reapply, and I was kind of bummed out, like, okay, man, I thought my calling was to be a filmmaker and direct with Spielberg. And so I fell in love with something during that time, and it wasn't a girl. I fell in love with internet and digital technology, because at the time I realized both of these were really converging in a really cool way. Eventually I'm talking to classmates and I'm talking to my teachers, like, how do you get into the film industry, right? How do you get into Hollywood? Because I still want to direct. And they would tell me this, okay, well, here's how it works. You go into Hollywood and you work for 10 years up the ladder doing nothing you really like to do. You're being an assistant to somebody and doing this dirty job here, and then you finally get to a place where you can pitch your movie. Because that's what all directors want, this chance to be in front of executives and pitch their story. So if you get that chance, and let's say the Hollywood system buys it, the studio pays for you to go off for a couple of years and make that movie, well, then you come back and you have a theatrical release, and two things could either happen. One, it does awful and you skip town and never direct something again, or it does well, and that's the moment you get to start building your following. But I'm stepping back as a student still in film school going, well, that doesn't make sense to me, because that system's got to be broken. Like, I'm already building my following online, and I had friends that were doing this online, building successful YouTube channels. But what I'm saying is, we live in an age where technology is one of our tools. The internet is one of my tools, and we only need just this. I was flying up to LA, or flying up to Portland from LA yesterday, and I was thinking on the plane right here, okay, if you were a writer back in the day, in 14th century, before the printing press was invented by Gutenberg, were you just writing your book and you finish it, put it on the shelf, and just sit back and wonder, well, I hope someone makes a machine that can publish this someday? Because I don't know how they were expecting people to reach the world and to get their books out there, but we don't have that problem anymore. We have the technology. Literally, if you're a writer in here, you can go on your phone and you can publish a blog and post it, and people can read it everywhere. It's like not one of our problems. So I'm saying you only need a few tools to connect to the world. Over here, I brought my two tools. I use the computer and my camera. So over here what I want to leave you with is this. We have so much technology, again, in our pockets. We have the power for all your different spaces that are changing. If you're a writer, if you're a music composer. And what I want you guys to do is realize that these are just tools. In a couple years, there'll be a new one of these, so probably in 6 months. And in a couple years, there'll be a new camera and a new computer, and maybe someday we'll be answering phones like, hello, what's up? Yeah. I don't know what technology will look like, but this is just a tool. It's in what here that matters. Your ideas and your thoughts are what can inspire people. So take the tools, take your ideas, and create something that will inspire the world.
I hope this video cleared some of your doubts. We will cover these types of topics in the upcoming video. Kindly give our suggestion on what other topics we can cover, or if we have missed any topic or missed any step in this video. So stay tuned with us and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to our channel. So goodbye for today. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye, and be a good observer.